Happy New Year! Hello, community. We were working for that for like 10 minutes. We were like, we'll do it at the exact same time. We've got this. It's going to be dead exciting and everything that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first of the 2020 Elite Dangerous live streams.
If you don't know,
I'm Stephen Benedetti, and this is our lovely Paige.
Hello.
I don't do the big ones now because I'm like, I can't think about it all. Lovely Paige Harvey, who is also community manager here on Elite Dangerous. How are we all doing? Welcome to everybody in the chat. Got a good few names there. I don't have the controls.
That's all right. I will address one point quickly. So from our write-up, from our holiday post, it did say that join us for our live streams where we'll be talking about fleet carriers. That was a sort of run-on sentence. We will not be discussing fleet carriers or any game updates during today or Thursday's live stream. I'm so sorry to disappoint. Sentence ran on. We were very excited. So if you are here for new information, stay for the gameplay. But if not, check back on our channel soon when we will have more to say.
Yeah, so like you're saying, we wrote the post. We did say that there will be news coming up, and there will be news coming up.
Today.
Just not today. As you all know, these Monday live streams, lunchtime live streams, are just a way for us to get to know each other. You know, say hi to everybody. Thank you all for coming to watch as well. Just to kind of keep that together, keep our faces fresh, keep our skills going, because we need a lot of work. But no, we're here to do that. So we won't be doing any new updates here. But when we do have updates this year, anytime, we will tell you on all of our relevant channels, and we will sing it from the rooftops when we can. We're so excited to. So we don't have any new information just now, but we do have new information about us.
We do!
Because we were away in holiday bags, so we have fantastic stories to tell you all about New Year and Christmas.
I should have prepped my stories.
We should have prepped all this now. What we're going to do is we're just going to quickly jump into the game because we like to blather. So we're just going to jump straight into the game here. So what I'm doing today is, as some of you may saw on my Twitter, I got myself an Alliance Chieftain.
Oh, you did. You got the Chieftain.
I did, because we thought to ourselves that we were going to try and make a wee bit of a focus this year on what I wanted to do on these Let's Plays, and one of the things I really wanted was, as you know, I'm from Scotland, and one of the big things that I think I love about is an underdog.
Okay.
It's about the little person. So I was thinking, racking my brain, and originally I was doing Federation work, and I was just doing it for Federation, and then I thought to myself, I'm going to switch to the Alliance. I'm just going to switch over and do some missions for the Alliance and dedicate myself to the underdog in a sense, you know, until I change my mind. I know, well, I'm terrible for that. I keep on.
Surprised they took you on.
Oh my, me too. Yeah. The problem that I have as well is that, because I've now changed, this is a completely new ship for me.
I just noticed that we're both Frontier branded as well. Look at that.
Branded, straight up.
Am I a tiger? No. Essentially what happened was I conditioned my hair yesterday, thinking, that'll make it good and smooth. No, instead I just woke up looking like a hamster that's just had a shower. So I kind of brushed it, but now I'm doing my best Cyndi Lauper impression. So,
you look like a hamster. What makes you say you look like a hamster?
Sometimes you get those really, really fluffy hamsters.
Right.
And they're just like... And just... Oh, not my hair, the right to work. So essentially, obviously, many of you that know me will know that I'm physically disabled, and Maniac Psycho, when I had trouble with my legs, was saying that Frontier really should have purchased me a tiger so that I can ride it to work.
You can ride a tiger to work.
No, they still have not purchased me that tiger, Maniac. So if you could go ahead and send in a letter of complaint to Paige wants a tiger at frontier.co.uk, that would be fantastic. But yeah, the bike is working fine. Although you will be happy to know, Maniac, that I nicknamed my bike Tiger just for that reason, because you told me that I should have a tiger. So yeah, my bike is called Tiger.
I am trying to remember how on the HOTAS you change your guns.
How is to play game?
Because
isn't it just a tap of like X? Or?
No. It's the change. Oh. There you go, I've got them all sorted. It's all good, it's fine. I was just remembering what I'd done, because I set this up today, because I have been, I should probably put my way. I have been playing at home on my PlayStation, and I don't have a HOTAS. So I literally was like, right, let's get everything prepared. I was all prepared, and I've sat here and I've went, I can't remember
what am I doing?
I can't remember how to do that. This is just going to go insane. So this will be a lot of fun, but we're back. So Sergeant Thumbless has said, when can we expect news and upcoming content? Like we said at the start of the stream, and if you're just tuning in now, and everybody's asking about what's happening with the game this year. Again, these are our Monday Let's Play live streams where we go through our own accounts and do that stuff. When we have news, we will announce it. A lot of our kind of announcements will be on the forums, our social media platforms, and we do live streams for them, and we'll let you know as soon as it is. To the start of this new year, is all we can say is that it's a really exciting year for us, because every year is exciting here on Elite Dangerous, and we're really looking forward to it.
And that's not a sarcastic exciting either, that's a legitimate exciting.
I'm excited to be on this project for the next 2, 3, 5 years. How long will they keep me? I don't know. We don't know.
Well, we'll check. Depends how quickly you get me a tiger.
It depends how quickly Paige gets a tiger. So we'll obviously make some more discussions. But let us know how everybody's new year was.
Yes.
And let us know what you did. What you got up to. So what did you get up to, Paige, for your new year?
Well, I will just address one thing first, though. In terms of not having any communication about updates, I will say that the January update is still on time. It will be arriving in January, and we will tell you about that very soon. So keep an eye on our social channels. Very soon, we shall say.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
soon. Just keep waiting. Just
very
little longer. Little longer. My bike is not painted in tiger stripes. It's silver, I'm afraid. But yeah.
Silver?
Yeah.
You got a silver tiger?
It's a silver tiger. It's very rare. No, so over Christmas I haven't done a ton really. I mean, I hosted Christmas myself. I cooked all the roast and everything, and made lots of different meats, and was quite surprised. And
you were going to be doing that by Christmas dinner. How did it go down?
It went really well. My dad was really happy, which was great, because that's, my dad makes the Christmas dinner every single year, so it was very sort of exciting for him to be like, no, this one was perfect. So I'm like, excellent. Except while making the potatoes, I accidentally poured a pan of scalding water over my sister. Whoops! She was fine. She jumped out the way, but I was just like, that teaches me to rush.
Yeah, try not to rush when that happens.
Try not to scold my sister.
That would always be useful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was a mix of bad arms, as you can see from my very delightful wrist splint here, and being too fast to get the potatoes done.
So somebody mentioned saying Stephen's put on the pounds over the holiday. I think I have.
Haven't.
Oh, I definitely have.
You have not.
Oh, I shaved the beard off, so that totally adds.
That's just the beard.
No, the beard. When the beard goes, you can then start to see the chin, and that's when I go, yep, no, definitely. Oh, there we go. So yes, I have been putting the pounds on there. But also, I ate and drank a lot. I ate and drank a lot, so I'm going back to the gym.
You're going back to the gym.
going back. The gym is calling me. Honestly, I really need to go back.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the gym, so I'm buying an exercise bike to have delivered at home, because I kept thinking, like, over Christmas and things, I'm watching The Witcher, it's so good, but I'm just sat here on my butt watching it. So I was like, I know, I'm going to get my exercise bike and set it up in my spare room upstairs in my house. And I'm going to watch an episode of whatever show I'm watching a day while cycling the entire episode. So it's 40 minutes to an hour of exercise, cardio, while watching TV shows.
See, that's it. It's
inside, where it's not wet. It's perfect.
I had one of those indoor bicycles once. It's at my mum's now, and what I used to do was literally would sit, put the bicycle on, and just cycle for about half an hour.
Yeah.
And it just goes because you're just sitting watching the TV. Although I couldn't do that anymore. I just get too lazy in my house. It's like the last place that I want to do something is in my home, in my actual home. I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm, putting it upstairs in the house. So it's you can just sit there going, without being, sat in the middle of my lounge. Yeah, I did it last year and it worked quite well. But then, of course, I crashed the bike and ended up back in hospital. So,
oh, jeez, that's never good.
And not the exercise bike, the actual bike. I
was going to say, what did you do with the exercise bike? Just to take it right off there.
That was, so my resolution this year, don't end up back in hospital because of the legs. And
Sergeant Thumbless is like, it wouldn't be a new year if Scots didn't eat and drink a lot. It's so true. I mean, it wasn't even that I was going out and it's just seeing when you see your family and you all sit and you have a couple of drinks together and drink a lot and then you're eating a lot of food. And my mum and dad are separated, so we would always have Christmas at my mum's and then Boxing Day at my dad's, but the same dinner. So it was like a 3-course meal, doing a turkey 2 days in a row, ham, everything. It's delicious, but oh my God, it's just insane.
It's a lot of food.
It is a lot of food. It's a lot of food, but it was really fun and it was nice because in Scotland we do the Ceilidh. We do a Ceilidh, so it's like a dance and everybody comes together to the music and stuff like that, and that was really nice. So I got to experience that.
I just had to spell it in my head to make sure I knew which word you're after.
Ceildh.
Yeah,
I missed
and
that.
there's
I
an
think
L in
Kaylee.
there somewhere.
Yeah, it was an I. I think. So yeah, it's exactly. It was really exciting being over away home for a bit, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
Get back into Elite Dangerous because I tried to play it when I was at home and I was playing it on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because I was staying at my mum's house. It was just constantly like, oh Stephen, you know, blah 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 blah. Do you want to play this? Do you want this? I'm like, no, I'm playing this. Oh, can you help me out with this? Or can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Can you not make your mum a cup of tea? And I'm like, no, I'm busy. I'm trying to do this. This is so much fun. So yeah, so it's good.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do on Elite this year, Paige?
So in Elite, so I was trying to think like, what was I doing when I was having so much fun? I know. So I rebooted my account last year with one of the updates that came out. I rebooted my account and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a crate Mark II and I'm gonna go scavenging. But I've done that now. I've got it. I've got the ship.
So you've
and
got the ship, yes.
And that's on my personal account. And I'm gonna keep working on that. But I was like, what goal can I have this year? You know, while, you know, on my work account I do during these live streams, which is still my personal one, but just one I do here. And I was like, oh, the thing I really love in Elite is the lore and the stories. So I'm going to reboot my account, which I believe I'll be doing in a couple of weeks' time.
Good.
Starting fresh. And I'm going to work on setting up my ship for, you know, engineering it for exploration, which is something I've never done. The only exploration trip I've ever done was to the Vale West Nebula. Which was really lovely. It was gorgeous and it was really fun to go to, but I've never really set up a ship for doing that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to go exploring, but I'm going to use the codex as kind of a guide. So I'm going to look in there, look at some places that are historically interesting, and go visit them and learn all about them. And my end goal is to go to the Dove Enigma megaship in Colonia.
Brilliant.
Because I've never gone there.
That's like a really good
Like,
plan.
I've never flown there myself.
I was just saying that I'm joining the Alliance. I don't have anything to be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely doing this. I actually just accidentally went into the station. But yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things. For me, every time I play Elite, I want to set a goal for myself to do stuff. So for my lovely Christmas present to myself, I got this.
Very pretty. As if you can get it off the pad.
I know. I wanted to do like a nice glidey one, but look at that.
It's a beautiful ship.
It's just so lovely. And I went on, and I don't know if anybody else did, but I got my free arcs for logging in.
Ah, cool.
So I got my free arcs for logging in over the holiday break. So I got this lovely white paint job. I think I've got a red one as well.
Yes.
So I made sure that I got a red one, and I got a green one, and that is. A red one and a green one. No, I got a red one and I got the white one because I thought they were the nicest ones for me. Because if I put it green, it would look too much like Halo shit. I know I was supposed to say that.
Vitaly asks if we are reading the chat. We are. However, we don't have anything to announce about the future, so I'm afraid we're not going to be addressing questions about if there's going to be new ships or carriers or anything like that because I'm afraid we do not have any information to give.
Definitely. And everybody who has messaged us over the holidays, thank you very much for your kind words and everything. It was fantastic. Some commanders gave me some Happy New Years and everything. My big thing when I'm on holiday is that it's not that I don't want to, it's I don't get a chance to just sit down with a computer. We were monitoring the forums over the holidays for like wee bits and bobs, but I just don't have my laptop out with me because I'm going to see friends, family, and just doing that stuff. So if I've not replied to anybody, I do apologise. We'll get back to you. We might have a backlog of I haven't got a backlog of questions and different things. Just know that now that we're back, we're sifting through the emails like everybody else who starts their work back on the first day. We're all like, oh my goodness, I've got this to do, and I've got that to do, and I've got this to do, and this and this. Catch up. So, but it's really exciting to be back. Very much exciting because, I mean, hopefully this year we'll get to go to some of those community events. Because I've never been.
Yeah, you went to one last.
No, that's true. I went to Fantasticon.
You went to Fantasticon last year.
But I heard that there's a jacuzzi party. That's what I'm looking forward to.
But that was just because Will wanted to take his kimono. Either way.
They've gone pool party, Jack Little. Woo!
What are we doing at the moment?
So, as I said, I've tricked out my Alliance Chieftain the best that I can to try and be a bit diverse. So I just want to try and get my reputation up a bit with the Alliance. Okay. So I'm just trying to do that with them so that I can feel like I'm giving back to the people.
That's all right. So how are you planning to do that? Are we doing combat?
So I'm doing a mix of both. I've got some combat missions and I'm looking just to... So I came to... Where is that lovely place? Melee, which I have at Whitson Hub. Okay. So I just came here because I was tricking out my ship and I got myself a 6A power plant.
Very nice.
So I got all my I'm just going to get myself locked on here. I'm in line with target. Yeah. So I got myself, let's see, my modules, got myself 5A thrusters because there was only 6B and I was like, 5A is a bit better anyway, it worked out. I've got 5D shield generator because it's lighter.
Fair enough.
I've got some beam lasers because it's always laser in the front, multi-cans in the side.
I prefer the pulse myself, personally.
See, the beam for me is just good because you can just fire it in straight at them, bring their shields down. The pulse is better because it's obviously, it's less...
Shot and shot and shot and shot and
yeah, it's less, I think it's less draining on the on your power supply. But I was like, I'll just go for that one because I like that one. We've got power distribute. I got a 60 lighter one again, but I've kept my cargo hats and I've got mining lasers.
Ah.
So I'm going to try and use
Do
this.
you have a refinery?
No, I need to get a refinery because I forgot that.
Yes.
But I got them, so I was going through my stuff. I need to get myself a refinery. But my plan is because now, as some of you may know, I have went through a bunch of different ships. I think
You have to.
yeah, exactly. You got to try them all. I definitely tried the what was it? It was the Cobra Mark III. I tried.
You did, yes.
And I had the Vulture, and I had the Fer de Lance. I even had a Python for a bit, which nobody saw. That was me. I was doing that for a bit as well. And I've had a Type 7 and the Type 6 as well. And I just thought to myself, I want a kind of all-rounder because I like doing all kinds of missions depending on my mood. And the Alliance Chieftain, it's heavy. It's a good manoeuvrable ship for combat. You can really trick it out for combat with like the reinforced hulls for the military slots. But I really wanted to have the ability to do different things. And I thought that what ship, when I was kind of looking into it, that I feel's got the kind of best all-rounder that's not the Cobra Mark III, because I know it's a really good all-round ship. So I went for the Alliance Chieftain because I love the shape. Kind of reminds me of Firefly a wee bit.
Oh, okay.
And as some of you may know, that I'm a big, massive Firefly fan. So I thought I'd get that. This is me being my Nathan Fillion. So I got this one. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just working on that just now. So I'm just going to go through like a couple of missions, different bits and bobs. So if you want me to do, like obviously I've not got a refinery yet, so I may need to get a refinery. But if you want me to get some bounties, I can get some bounties. If you want to get some,
do whatever you think is going to be fun.
Just got to get the profit up, and I've got to get good with these people. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But yeah, it's fun. It's nice to be back and playing, not have your mum nagging you for 2 minutes for a cup of tea.
Fine, she's watching this stream. She's going to text you afterwards, like, "Excuse me."
Oh, do you know what's quite funny? We actually did a stream once. I think it was a Thursday stream, and my mum's husband, he does play PlayStation and everything, so he was watching us on Twitch, and he wrote, "Mummy says hi," and I was like, I smiled a wee bit, and I didn't want to call it out, but she's just apologised so much. She's like, I told him not to do it. I told her I had hit him, and I've not done it. It's not great.
Don't worry, my mum's turned up in the streams a bunch of times.
Yeah, but your mum's lovely. She picked us up that
Yeah,
one
except
time.
she does chat with everybody during the streams.
Good, but...
And she always introduces herself as, "Hello, I'm Paige's mum." And everyone talks to her.
Hello.
Okay.
So, Commanders, let us know what have you been doing over the New Year's?
Yes.
What have you been doing in and out game? Have you got any fun, interesting stories? I'd love to hear them, because that's what this stream's about. It's talking with you guys and letting you know and speak to one another and see how that goes. So let us know what you've been doing. And I don't think anything massively. I ate far too many square sausages. Now, this is probably why the chubs came in. But my mum, because I was staying with my mum, she does an amazing full breakfast, and every morning it was like, "Do you want to eat full?" And it was just square sausage. And then I stayed at my friend's one night, and in the morning he was like, "I got this full," because we do them in full like breakfast packs. Full breakfast pack, and I must have ate, I'm not joking, probably like 20 square sausages when I was away, and that's explaining the beef. But
I did make a couple of homemade curries over the break.
It's good to do that with the leftovers, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I did it just with some chicken thigh and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it was good. Made a masala and a Rogan Josh.
Rogan Josh? Oh, a nice Rogan Josh.
Yes.
That's quite nice.
Except I added a bit too much chopped tomato, so it came a bit watery. So I just need to sort that out next time. But that's all right.
That's not
so
too bad.
I've seen a couple of people asking, why would I bother to restart my account when I've unlocked engineers and things like that? Well, my favourite part of the game is the early game, actually. A lot of people will prefer mid to end game because they've got money and they've got ships and they've got engineers and they've got bits and this and that and everything else and rep. I really like it at the very beginning where you are a nobody. You are just a commander with a baby ship go out and do your job, would you?
Yeah.
And that's my favourite part of the game. I like just going about and having some fun and taking out ships and doing bits of missions wherever I find them interesting. I don't tend to pick a home station. I tend to just fly about, and wherever I land is my home for that night.
Ah.
So that's my favourite part of the game. So I really don't mind starting it over again.
Yeah.
But I will keep my current game going, so that I can keep going with my my crate that I got last year. And yeah, I just love the early game. It's so much more fun to me when I'm like, oh, it's all new.
It's beautiful. It's
Even though I've been around, you know, Acellus and everything 1,000 times, it's still like, oh, it's new. I'm in a Sidewinder again.
Oh, piece of candy. So Jack Little got his Hut and Wings. Congratulations.
Wow, well done.
Well done, well
Very
done.
good.
And Sergeant Thumbless, which is still a
Hello
brilliant
again,
name, says, can he beat a fly up? You can. Not, but again, it does kind of get over it after you have like 10 times. Docking computer on a Chieftain by Commander Myrdine Wilt. Myrdine? Myrdine. That's my Scottish accent. I can't say that. Yes. The reason that I use Docking Assist when we're on streams is that we have the chat up on our right in our game right here, so we want to have a look and see what we're doing, and it's just a lot easier to kind of do a bit of both. To see how, you know, I can see what's going on and then come back and everything.
Plus, you know, I've been playing for 4 years. I can dock while reading a chat, but little Stephen here.
No, I can't multitask. Do you know, this is going to sound very sexist, but I was speaking to somebody who does a bit of psychiatry, and they've researched the brain, and it turns out that men struggle more to multitask.
What they do, it is
because. But when you're growing up, your two sides of your brain are developing, and as soon as the male hormones come in, you know, the male side, it apparently goes in the middle and cuts them.
Oh.
So that's why women not necessarily can multitask better than men worse, but it's more predisposed because they can kind of rationalise a wee bit more, whereas because we've got the hormones that just come in and crash. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just spouting nonsense.
Off the left side of the brain.
But it's that it just pulls it down, and apparently that's why I can't do it. So that's my excuse. I've got a scientific excuse.
Well,
and
I'm pretty sure
it.
the majority of the commanders are male, and they can do it as well. So
I can't do two.
I'm pretty sure you just can't do it.
I'm just really difficult. It's so difficult for me to try and do two things
Jack
at once.
Little would have to see that in a peer-reviewed journal. Jack,
do you know what?
check it out. Let us know.
To be fair, Jack Little watches this going, how do people do things two at once? He does like 50 things at once. 50 things at once. So I'm not finding too much here.
He's a puppet.
Yeah, he is a puppet. But that's the thing is, I don't know, with his fingers as well. He's trying to get that. It's quite difficult. So before, when I came on this earlier, there was a lot of good kind of missions. So I'll just grab this one. So I like to do my bounty hunting still.
You always go back to bounty hunting.
Bounty hunting's good. I mean,
that was quite a good-looking NPC. Like because people always go, look at this NPC. She looks like a weirdo, and then I'm like, oh, this one's good.
Is it? That one's nice. So
I think they just look like people, man.
What is it? My bounty hunting. My fighting has got a lot better. So
okay.
I can see sorry, not my fighting. My trade rank. My trade rank is entrepreneur because I was saving up to get a ship, and now I want to get back to the combat, which is still novice. So I'm trying to get that up so I can get a bit more missions. So we're just going to keep going for that one just now. And depends. I think when I go into this place, I'll see if there's any res sites and see if I can jump in and jump into some of them as well as getting this one. Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, hello Vitaly, happy 2020.
Happy 2020. I know, it's just so exciting. Has anyone got any big plans for the new year as well? That's the big thing. So, like I said, for me, I think actually my big plan for this new year is I'm hoping to get a holiday.
Ooh.
Like I've not for a good couple of years actually went away to a holiday place.
I have never left the UK.
Yeah, never left the UK.
Nope.
How have you never left the UK?
Well, I grew up with two severely disabled parents.
Okay, that's a good point. Now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, you're weird.
But it's also then, since I was 18 till now, and I'm 25, I've just, I've been working a lot.
Yeah.
And so I've not had any downtime between jobs or anything like that.
Yes.
So I haven't really had time to go on holiday, but I am planning to go on holiday to Japan probably next year.
Oh, well, I was saying that to you today. My friend's thinking about going and has asked me to come with him.
So yeah, I want to go to Japan maybe next year because there's a lot of places I want to visit, which is cool.
Oh.
And then probably just somewhere European this year. Just, I mean, probably just going to end up somewhere like Italy or something like that. Just a small,
Bravissimo.
fairly
Bravissimo.
local, as it were.
Yes, I think we've got Lord Puri said starting a new job soon after being unemployed.
Yay!
Congratulations,
Well
done.
done.
What is it that you're doing? That's fantastic.
And yeah, getting a new job after being out of a job for a while can be super difficult, so well done.
Yeah, exactly. It's always those things where people go, it's easier to get a job from being within a job, and that's true, but it's still very difficult, so congratulations, well done.
Alec Turner is going on his 6th or 7th cruise from Venice to Dubrovnik. Yeah, oh, how terrible for you, Alec. I'll go instead, don't worry.
That'd be fantastic. And Charles says, I love Italy. I love Italy too, and this is, as you know, my surname is Benedetti. So my family, it was my granddad's side. Sorry, my dad's side. My granddad, they're from Vignola, which is a small village, which means cherry, in Tuscany. So I have a dream to fly over and get a moped or a bike and go to the main cities.
Oh, that sounds
and
nice.
then go to Vignola. But the problem is, one, I can't speak Italian, and two, I cannot drive a motorbike. So I'm hoping to get my CBT at some point and do that, then hopefully we'll get there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. The replicated man, I am not playing in open because it would be such an upsetting stream of me getting blown up.
I'm gonna say, it's 2020. We've learned many things, and we've learned not to be stream sniped constantly.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And Alec?
If you want to be wowed by architecture, go to Genoa in Italy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I've never been, but I know that. So where I was looking for holidaying in Italy was in a rural-ish area, so it was away from all the main cities, but it was near like a massive wildlife park, which is one of the touristy visiting areas, but then staying in like a local village type thing. So I would love to do something like that.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. My only slight problem with that is if I want to go to the more rural areas, I need to make sure I can speak a little of the language.
Well, that's it.
Now,
Yeah.
luckily, when I was younger, I spoke 9 languages, at least parts of them.
9 languages?
Yeah, and I
Wow.
can still sing in 3, 4, 5, roughly 5, I think.
Wow.
So it should be okay. I should be able to learn a few, and Google Translate's really quick. Which is
Yeah,
helpful.
it's quite funny. My friend used to go over a visitor to her in France, and her family, they all spoke just French, so it was quite difficult. But I did realise that after some time, you pick up wee bits, but you kind of understand them a wee bit.
Yeah.
So that's nice, and it was a lot of fun. So that's I think what's interesting about the language that you need to really be about. It's very difficult, and the people that can speak more than one language, even is amazing. I speak Scottish. I struggle to speak English. So the fact that people can speak plethora. My granddad could speak 6 languages. Whoa. He was trained to be a priest.
Epic.
Yeah, so
that's so cool.
He never got that far. My gran, she was a bad woman. She laid him off the path. Oh, I'm getting that.
Well, I guess if you fall in love, you fall in love.
That's it. But yeah, it wasn't good for his his parish. His parish liked it. Oh, hi there.
Yeah, so I mean, it was quite fun over Christmas because my parents were like, "Well, what can you sing?" I was like, "I can sing in Swahili." Yeah, Swahili.
What can you sing in Swahili?
I can sing the Lord's Prayer in Swahili.
Wow.
And then I can sing the beginning of some of the Lion King songs, which are in Swahili as well.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely a talent.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, well, getting over some of the vocalizations is a little awkward with Swahili, and some of the way that some of the words run on forever. But the Lord's Prayer is from, what was it? Civilization 4. The opening song, Baba Yetu, is the Lord's Prayer in Swahili.
Ah.
So, boom. So that was fairly easy after listening to it for a few times. And I'm still trying to learn Time to Say Goodbye, which is obviously Italian.
Ah, yes.
So I've got a bunch of that sort of down. But there's just a few lines in there where I've got no clue what's going on.
I'm almost getting this.
Yeah, this is the other reason why you shouldn't use beam lasers. You keep running it to the point where you get thermal overload.
No, I know. Oh no, I was actually watching that. Then I've just totally.
So Manu1 actually has a very interesting question. So how do we handle the reactions of our community? Are we aware that a huge part of you are expecting huge changes? Yes. 10,000% we're aware. We're expecting huge changes, and we know that there's a lot coming up this year, which we are very excited for. And I know that word excited makes a lot of you roll your eyes and go, ugh. Unfortunately, we can't just tell you things. They're not ready to be seen at the minute. They're not ready to be shown. They're not ready to be told. And so we're not going to tell you anything just yet. We don't want to promise you something and then not give it to you. And we know that some of you were, you know, upset last year with the fleet carriers, and we don't want to do that. We want to show you and tell you everything when it's ready, and when you will see it and be like, yes, this is what we wanted. This is what we waited for. We'd rather not release and make you go, oh, it could be cool. So as soon as we can tell you, and we have everything ready, and we are proud of how we're going to show it to you, we will. Yeah. The second we can, we will. Yeah. Because we know that you're waiting for it, and we thank you for waiting. James Newbury says, why not fix the base game before adding content? That's exactly what we're doing. That's why the January update coming out this month is entirely bug fixes, most of them from the issue tracker that you guys reported to us, that you told us were important to you and you want them sorted. That's what we're doing. We're going to have another bug update this year as well, another big one where we'll go back through and we'll gather all the information from there and see what else do we need to sort out.
Yeah.
As Snowy Monk is asking, can you get a date for when you have information? No, not yet. Because we're still working on getting everything to the exact point we want to show it to you, we don't have a date of exactly when it will be ready. And
it's one of those things. It's the development process for us is totally different. It's one of those things where everything's going on. We want to tell you things. There's things that we are still working on, developing, sending out. We want it to be the best for you guys, and we do read everything that you say. And trust me, that every voice in here that's saying we want to know things, what's happened here, we're disappointed. We listen to that feedback. We take that back and we talk about it. But we're not just going to jump into things because we want to help with these stuff and keep going and do different stuff, and like so Nico even says dev diaries, we do the developer we always do the discovery scanner episodes, so we're definitely going to be doing more of them where you can actually find out from different developers and what they do and how they do their job, which is really a really interesting insight to the games industry. And we've got loads of streams coming up for the Thursday. We're all planning them out, doing stuff. We'll be definitely having more featured commanders.
We will.
We'll be having like lots of really cool, interesting, fun stuff, and hopefully you guys will get involved and watch and join and stuff like that. And so we do understand that there's things going on. We do listen. Please don't think that your voice is ever lost in the void.
And these things take a lot of time as well. I mean, each discovery scanner takes 15 hours, maybe more, because you don't just go and press live on a stream. You have to make sure that you have all of the write-up ready. You have to make sure everyone knows what they're talking about, that you're confident talking about it, that the information is correct, that you have the video, that you have the imagery, that obviously you have the time to do the stream itself, because it might just be an hour live, but you have to make sure there's stuff before it and stuff after it. There's a lot to do, but we're doing it in the best way we can to make it the best game possible for you guys. So you all have an update very soon, within, by the end of January, your first update of 2020. Of course, fleet carriers and things.
I mean, if you just remember when we had Jack Little on, he was such a drama queen. Well, he always he had to have. I gave him some water, and he was demanding that it be a certain temperature. When it wasn't that certain temperature, he was really upset about it. He was very disappointed. We had to calm him down a wee bit. He wasn't happy. We were sitting on the couch. His hands were a bit sticky and everything. But he didn't have enough time with Steve Kirby because it's his dad and stuff. He was quite a drama queen. We have to deal with all of that.
He's passionate about his art.
It's because of exactly. I mean, he's here. I forgot that he was here. But no, we loved having him. He's one of our favourite guests I ever have. But yes, now I've noticed that I keep losing Nathan. As I think it's Nathan Green is the name. I keep losing him, and I'm determined to get him. And I don't have a Wakefield scanner.
I'll read the chat. You
I don't have. I'm doing both, and I don't have a Wakefield.
Why don't you go buy a refinery?
What?
Go mining instead.
No.
Find yourself a nice icy ring and go from there.
And go from there.
Oh, Kai Lopez would like us to give a shout out to the Loose Screws, the American Elite podcast.
Shout out.
Coolio,
guys. That's awesome. Fantastic. I'm going to jump out and jump back in because they'll come back in.
Yeah, they will. They'll come back to you. That's fine. I'd still get rid of that beam laser, but
I mean, well, this is it's. I want to develop the beast from the north. I'm going to call it a northern beast. I'm going to get there. I'm going to wait until I can get a saltire flag made for it as well. Dev magic, please.
No.
No, I don't think I could do
No
that.
dev magic.
No
for you.
dev magic. But yeah, we're getting there, and I think this Thursday live stream will be quite fun and interesting.
Yes.
It'll be quite nice.
So it'll be another Let's Play with Will and Danny. So
Yes.
Danny, you met very briefly last year on our last Elite Dangerous live stream. However, Danny is our Elite Dangerous product manager. He came in, took over from Sally when she left a little while ago. And now that he's been here a while and he's all happy, he's going to come and introduce himself to you guys. So you get to know a little bit more of the team.
Exactly, and you saw, like we said, we shot that in that special. He was really enjoying it and wanted to come on and chat with you guys.
Yeah,
and
Danny's awesome.
Will wanted to be on this stream with us to bring in the new year, say Happy New Year to everybody. I said no. I says it's me, Paige and I.
Yeah.
He always tries to
Only
steal.
the cool kids.
Only the cool kids. He always steals. He always steals the line. He always comes in and he goes, "Hi, hi." So I was like, "No." I says, "Paige and I want to do it harmoniously together and be like, hey, what's up, guys?" But Will does send his wishes, and you will see him on Thursday at 7 UTC. Like every Thursday, we are doing them. Oh, I'm gonna get this guy.
Blood Archer is from the Hull Seals. Hello,
hello.
Hull Seals. Arf to you.
Arf.
Broken Silence says that somebody somewhere is eating a toffee crisp.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you know that was quite good actually being home? I was like Tunnock's tea cakes and that.
Oh, no, the Tunnock's like chocolate log thingies. Those are my favourite.
Caramel log.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're actually okay for like their size. They're not too calorific.
No, it's because it's a wafer.
I'm back on that grind.
Are you back on the grind?
Yep,
The diet plan is in.
Well, no, it's more the like last year I was doing very well with changing a bunch of my worst eating habits, and with the disability I can't exercise as much as I'd like because it usually ends to crying and sleeping on the floor, which is not the most fun thing to ever do. But then I had end of last year there were 3 or 4 deaths in the family, and all of that went out the window as I was very grumpy. So back on it now, working on it. So it's more just like swapping out the really bad stuff for the slightly less bad stuff and still enjoying it.
Oh, and Alex is saying that there is a new buckyball race, a Halpy Hand. I like that one.
This is a buckyball race for the Hull Seals, I believe.
Yes, for the Hull Seals, and it's starting this Saturday, and it's going to run in conjunction with the Hull Seals. Buy fish, sell fish, repair hulls, fly fast. It's got it all.
That's
it's a great
awesome.
tagline. I like that.
I want to do that.
That's brilliant. I know. I'm hoping to get internet on Friday, so I'm actually thinking I might jump in that as well.
Awesome.
Yes, and thank you, Nico. We do have January beta patch notes there. So we're going to just be popping that in.
I'm just going to copy and paste that.
To put it on all the channels would be great.
We will, of course, be uploading a more full list, but this is what we had last year when we had the beta going on. Still feels weird saying last year because it sounds like it was so long ago. It's what we had 3 weeks ago when the beta was on.
Yeah, so the beta patch notes were obviously just for the beta, so it's coming out. So there might be some minor changes, maybe some minor additions or things like that. We bits and bobs. So basically, just go and check. We just wait in our forums and stuff like that, and as soon as that gets released, we will let you know, and you can come and see that. So that's fine. I'm going to take too long. This Super Cruise Assist. Sometimes I do enjoy it. Sometimes.
Yeah, I take off Super Cruise Assist and just throttle up and wait, and then you can always throw it back on later.
Yeah, just when you're there. So Graham says, do we know if those fixes are actually going to make it? You will find out.
We'll have all the information
with
very
the January patch notes when we release them.
But that was the idea, that the fixes would end up in the game. We weren't going to say, oh, look at it, bye!
Yeah. So it's going to be a big event. That All Sales event sounds really fun. Because we were we were actually talking about this. We were talking about the different, because we were looking into seeing the new, we were talking about different streams and what we were going to do for the next year and discussing what we could do. And we were talking about how you'd been on for the Hull Seals.
Yes.
No, you'd been on for the Fuel Rats. And I was like, it was Will that was on for the Hull Seals.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was me.
It was me and you. It was me
I
and
was
you.
so confused
because I thought it was Paige and Will, and it turned out it was me, and I was like, that's why I remember it so well. And I was like, because I was there. I thought I just watched it.
Man.
Yeah, it was just such a fun time.
It's a good time. This year, I want to hang out with the Burr Pit a bit more. I have my Burr Pit mug, right here.
The birds. They had a great video that came out recently, didn't they?
I want to hang out with the Burp it more, and I want to see if Rini will teach me a little bit about how to film a good cinematic video in Elite. So I've got to speak to her. Rini, if you see this, get in touch.
Get in touch.
Want to learn some things.
Because they did some great videos when we did that race for the the full throttle.
Yeah, I think next time we do like a race or something like that, I'll see if Rini will let me tag along, and I'll take some footage as well. And
full throttle. Well, you did just kind of blow up. No offense.
Yeah, I'm going to take a ship this time.
Yeah, take a ship.
Or I'll take an SLV with the idea of doing weird flips and blowing up and all that kind of thing.
We could do like a stunt one.
Yeah.
See if
a stunt one would actually be really good. So we should do like a race to get to 0% and see if you can survive. It's like on your SLV, it's like how damaged can we make this SLV?
How far can you go whilst damaged? I like that.
I did manage to drive for 17 minutes on 1% on the SLV once.
Seriously?
Yep. It was to raise money for charity, so.
Wow, that would be insane.
It was a good time.
So we are not prognator or not silencing any criticism. We're just we're listening to you. We're communicating back, and we are happy to communicate and converse and see what we can do. And we are looking forward to discuss more fun stuff in the future.
If you're meaning the moderation of the live stream, do feel free to drop me a message on Discord, and I can have a look into that after the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 17 minutes, 1% in SLV. It was awesome. It was really good.
Wow.
And then I blew up on a rock and was like, no! And yeah, this was during a Honey Thief live stream a year and a bit ago, because we were all meant to meet up on like in this big cavern, and I managed to drop out a bit too far, so I started driving over there. And by the time I got there, everybody else was doing stuff together. And so I was just on my own. So I was just driving up this hill, and I ended up with such a low hole. And so I was like, guys, help. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, good times. It was good.
I always loved that we were looking at the stuff was the praying to the sun.
Oh yeah, my favourite. I still want to see more ships and SRVs praying to the sun, please.
Praying to the sun is fantastic. Praising the sun.
Praise the sun.
Always reminds me of Wally for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Well, it's more Dark Souls, but you know.
I was more.
What you have to do is get your SLV up on the back wheels so it looks like it's praising. I'd like to see lots of praising shots this year, please. My favourites. Whatever sun or cool planet you can find, make sure you praise it. Also, I want to see people spelling out words with ships in space. That's always some of my favourites.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is some of my favourites.
Well, we did, and that's one of the things as well. This is the new year, and what we will be doing is like a featured commanders. We always do it like every couple of months, and we basically get to look back and see all these great things people done. So obviously, if you have anything, please tag us, join us, come on in, write up stuff. You know, we love seeing all that stuff, and we love then showing it to the community because it's such an amazing community. And Old Duck, I love this game in VR. It is amazing in VR.
Hello, Old Duck.
Absolutely stunning. I was lucky enough to try it for a wee bit, but hopefully this year we'll get to try it a wee bit more.
Yep. And ZX Specky says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
And he hopes to get some nice goodies with ice cream on top. You will get goodies. You just have to be patient. We have to finish mixing the ice cream first before it's perfect. Otherwise it's lumpy and gross and there's ice in it and it's not good.
See, I just wouldn't put ice in my spaceship.
No.
Like, it'd be messy.
I meant with the
sticky.
ice cream. When you're actually
No,
making
that's what
ice
I mean,
cream.
ice cream.
No, with ice cream you have to blend ice into it, and if you don't, it gets like, that's why really cheap ice cream has like chunks of ice in it.
No,
it's not blended
but
properly.
that's what I'm saying is like I wouldn't eat ice cream in my spaceship.
Why wouldn't you eat ice cream in the spaceship?
Because what happens if I dropped it on one of my panels and it was all sticky?
Mate, you eat ice cream with your computer, don't you?
No.
Oh.
Didn't eat anything next to my computer.
Oh, that's probably why my laptop's broken.
Yeah, this is
oh God,
probably
no!
it.
Here's my horrible story for what happened over Christmas. I managed to destroy my laptop by accident. Well, no, not
Thrown it out the window.
So a year and a half ago, I managed to drop a drink in it, and I immediately, because it's one of those that I could open up and stand quite tall, I sprinted upstairs and like put it upside down inside my airing cupboard so it dried out, and it still worked, which was fine, except the keyboard was a bit sticky. So after a good while, I decided I'll try and fix it. So I took all the back off the laptop a couple of days ago because it was a Dell one, so I couldn't just take off the top of the chassis to fix it. I had to take it all out from the bottom and remove everything. But then as I got into it, I was like, oh, this battery feels a bit weird. So I put that aside and I took out all the other bits and bobs. And then accidentally, when I was removing the cable, it wasn't damaged by ice cream, it was damaged by energy drink, whoops. As I was trying to take out the cable that connects the motherboard to the touchpad, I managed to break it. It's the thinnest, tiniest cable I've ever seen. And I broke that and I was like, damn it. So I kept taking bits apart thinking, I'll just get a new one of those. Like, it'll be a little expensive, but that's okay. The laptop's quite expensive. I'll fix it. And then I was Googling, you know, can I get a new touchpad? And they went, oh, if your touchpad's doing this, it's because the battery's blown. And I was like,
oh.
Great. So now the battery's broken, the keyboard's broken, and the touchpad is broken. So I need to get all these things, but it's like 300 quid. But yeah, it was just this teeny weeny little cable, and it was such a pain because I was being as gentle as I could, but I just must have caught it at the wrong angle, and it just went. So I was like, so I can either try and remove that and solder a new one on, but then of course I have to buy a soldering kit and all that kind of thing.
All the fun bits.
Or I can just buy a new touchpad and plug it in. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do.
So Progenitor says, hey, you guys should start
Progenitor.
AX or PvP. These are things that we've been discussing about going into, what we're going to be doing, basically for a couple of different streams. Like I said, there are going to be some, hopefully, new episodes this year. We're going to have some different things on, bring back some old stuff, check it out. So we do know about that. We're going to see what we can do, how we can make it fun, and how we can bring it all together. And that would be great.
Dunkalora, we do not have a price for fleet carriers, and we will not be discussing it just yet, I'm afraid.
I don't even know how much they are.
Mate, nope.
They're a lot.
They're a lot of money, but as the customer support have said before, 20 billion's a bit too much.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, and if you're just tuning in, hello. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes.
Thank you for joining in our first Let's Play live stream of the year.
We're being followed by an evil shark on Mixer, apparently.
Oh.
That's a problem. I will get my friend Frameshift Shark to deal with you.
But it's okay, it says 2050, so
we'll get the white tips in.
I think that means that we're safe until 2050. So I found a place that has a resource extraction site.
In terms of the couple of people who have said, you know, their comments have been removed, your comments will be removed if you are overly spamming, if you are harassing another user, if, you know, overly swearing, we're a kid-friendly channel, all that kind of thing. However, if you do feel that you have been moderated when you shouldn't have been, please do drop me a message, say, on Discord, and I can have a look into that, and, you know, we can either use it to just double-check how we moderate, or it may be a legitimate reason, or it may have been an accident, and I can check into that for you. We want it to be as fair as possible, but still a safe enough space for everyone to come and hang out.
Corsair 740, Happy New Year from French. Happy New Year. I don't know how to say Happy New Year in French. I know how to say Bon Anniversaire, which is Happy Birthday, but I don't know how to say Happy New Year. So I think we also have from Michael whatever says Happy New Year. I'm thinking about getting a VR.
I thought you were being rude. No, that's just his name.
That's his name. I'm not saying whatever. Basically,
it's an entirely new game.
VR. There's a lot of guides and stuff. If you go over to our forums, a lot of our commanders here do use VR setups. Malik VR is a big one for that as well. They've got a lot of advice and help to go for the VR sets, and we do have a guide on what does and doesn't, what you can and cannot use. So try and look at that. Try and match your specs to that.
Bon année.
Bon année. Bon année.
Yay! Bon année.
Bon année.
There we go.
Yeah. Somebody said they might lose a kidney for a fleet carrier. No, I don't think they charge for body parts. It was discussed.
Yeah.
We were discussing it. We were like, what kind of limb?
But we realised we didn't have enough cold storage in this new office.
What limb? So. What limb would you? Oh, we're saying that as well. What limb goes too much? Do you know?
I mean,
what organ do we decide that's not necessary?
I'd rather keep most of my internal organs. If somebody wanted a leg, they could have one of those.
Tommy Norell says you need to add iron brew into the game. Original recipe or the new one?
Yeah, original. Can you use Track IR in Elite? Yes.
Lord Archer 43, where was the 3306 Galnet article? It should be up in Galnet.
If it is not, we can have a look.
We can have a look and we can ask about that and see what's going on there.
Commander Thatchinho, if you haven't reported that on the issue tracker, please do, because we'll be having a look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of liver, it'll grow back. That
Does
can
liver grow
happen.
back?
Liver can grow back, yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I'm in there's hope. There's hope for me.
No, you can't. No, like a healthy bit of liver will grow back up. A broken liver will not grow into a healthy liver.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
It's like scar tissue doesn't heal into normal tissue.
ZX Becky says, Paige, Stephen, what would be as to cooking your spaceship kitchen? I don't know if I would like to cook in space.
That'd just be like a cooking mama mini game.
Yeah, it'd be so difficult, wouldn't it? What HOTAS were you using?
And you
the
slide over the
PS4
Thargoid.
Thrustmaster. Can't remember what number it is. It's the Thrustmaster.
It's the T. It's the T HOTAS 4.
T HOTAS 4. Just trying to get it to work now. So yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting new year for all of us in life, in general.
Yeah, he doesn't have a refinery at the minute, Niku, but he's not going mining currently.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I will get one. I just saw it and I just like, I basically saw the main lasers and I was like, I want to pick them up because I want to get the right refinery for it and everything. You know?
Yeah, and you're going to want to get, obviously, you've got your lasers, but you're going to want to get your limpets, you're going to want to get your pulse wave analyzer, you're going to want to get your, I've forgotten the word, what is it? It's the little laser that just goes and like scrapes off bits of rock for you. That's what you're going to want. Do we ever play in open? Yes, I mean, when I play my personal account, I play in open all the time anyway. During these live streams, we don't tend to, simply because, obviously, people do want to come and snipe us because it is funny. But at the same time, that does kind of distract from what we're trying to do, like in terms of doing a specific event or trying to show off a specific idea. So it kind of just gets in the way. If we were just doing a come and blow us up stream, then that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing as well, is we might do
Abrasion Blaster, that's the one.
we might do open
Yeah,
one
we
day.
could do-
We
we could do
could once
some-
it's nice and planned, or some private games. Oh no, this is all it's all in, but
You're going to have to give us a chance then. You're bringing
yeah,
incredible
the,
shit.
the problem is that I don't think I could trust anybody's pinky promises that they're not going to just totally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not scared to play in open at all. I always play in open on my own account. It's just, I just prefer to play that way. CQC live stream, Tim, we will probably do one this year. I'm just going to say it because we did some Xbox ones a little while ago. So I'm sure we can find a way to do it.
Well, think about it.
But we'll make sure we tell you guys nice and early so you can all get in and queue.
I do have a box of open for any Leaving Brandy
No, you can't take bribes.
vibes for
No.
any live streams. I just want more brandy. I actually started drinking brandy when I was back home. So
No,
it's just-
brandy butter is the best thing though. Like it's brandy icing.
Ugh,
What? It's amazing. I'll bring some for you.
far too sweet.
No.
Far
No,
too
no,
sweet.
no, no, no. I'll bring some for you. I'll make some cupcakes. Believe me, you'll love it.
So James Newby, we have no updates on the atmospheric landings
Nope.
for you at the moment. But again, we said at the beginning, any of our updates, any information, we will be providing that on our forums. We will shout it from the rooftops, and we will tell everybody whenever we have any updates or information. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
He's only got 3 weapons on the ship because he's also put in some extra things like mining lasers.
Yeah, I was trying to trick it out, trying to see, because I didn't know exactly what I was going to do today. I want to try and see about the different stuff, and I know I can put more weapons in, but I was like, I'm used to this for the I think you just hit me for the moment, so I'm just going to try and do it with these 3. Try these out, because like Paige said, I'm not having the. Well, just disappear. No, what was it? I'm not having the best of luck with the
With this man.
with the
Oh, you got Nathan though.
the beam.
Yeah, no.
So the beam's a wee bit. I mean, I've used the beam before and it's been fine.
The beam can be very good depending how you have it set up. I mean, you could turn off things like your other weapons to give you a bit more power
Yeah.
and all that, but at the same time,
Yeah, and I did enjoy a bit more using the pulse when I was using it. So I'm probably just going to stick to that one.
the Genesis says we should do streams where we wing with people to play together. We do sometimes do those. Those tend to be in our sort of feature commanders type streams. Thursday streams, hanging out with other commanders, learning lots of bits and bobs, doing races. So we will have those come up.
And I'm not going to tell you, but we do have a group this year that are coming on, which I'm really looking forward to. They know who they are, but nobody else does, and
I don't
you're
think
not.
even I do.
You don't even know, and you're not going to know, and it's going to be a really exciting Thursday stream, and I'm so looking forward to it. So I can't tell you who it is, and they can't tell you either. They've signed a
Yeah.
contract.
And James Newbury, no, this ship is not engineered. He's only just picked it up as his present to himself. So.
And that's it. There is 6 hard points, and I could have like tricked it with weapons,
Yeah.
but I was like, let's see how it handles first. Let's flying about, get some bounties. You know, I don't know how far I was going to have to jump. I was like, I don't want to make it too heavy. Because I mean, this is a good system just to have, because the rest sites are all here. So I might just pick up some more weapons for that, go out and do a couple of these, and then keep them in this system, so that when I do change to do some mining, I can then change back. And that's what I quite like, is that because there's 2 things that I can do around these systems. I want to be able to change my weapons rather than do that.
What's your inbox message?
Byweave. I looked at the Byweave, and then the other one was a wee bit later. And like I
Yeah,
said,
but it's not necessarily like this you need. You're not jumping that far.
no, I know, but I didn't know where I was. I wanted to go around
okay.
because this is
Yeah, that makes sense.
my new experience in an Alliance space. So I wanted to basically check what Alliance space was there, what's about, what's in the different kind of systems and stuff like that. What could I really capitalise on while I'm here? And today was just, let's go back. First day of the year, what's my favourite thing to do in Elite? And it's bounty hunting. So I was like, let's get that one done first.
Yeah.
Let's have a go. Lars Gornall.
James does ask, do people play CQC? Yes, so there's actually a really good CQC Discord where a lot of people will go in and they'll either find a match from a load of people queuing together, or they'll have specific events or specific days, so you'll get lots of people that want to jump in for a good couple of hours and have some fun there.
Yeah.
Again, I'm afraid we know we're seeing all these questions and we would love to answer them, but we're not going to have anything to announce about SRVs or multi-crew or anything like that at the minute. But we know how much you guys want information. We will give it to you as soon as we humanly can.
Humanly can. Yeah.
Currently, the Thargoids have the information and we cannot get it from them.
No, we have none. They have none.
They took them holidays and we haven't seen them since.
They found out how to run Thargoids.
Run!
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, I've forgotten who asked me, but somebody was asking, what ship am I currently using, and am I stuck on it? So I just bought myself the Crate Mark II for some scavenging, which I'm doing on my personal accounts and my account that I play at home. And then in a couple of weeks' time on a Monday live stream, I will be starting a brand new account from absolute babies, nothing, no
absolute
dev account.
Babies.
Absolute babies, as in no dev magic, nothing. It's going to be me and my ship, and I'm going to take a Sidewinder and I'm going to start putting together a nice little exploration setup.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad. That'd be awesome.
It's going to be good.
Fantastic, and we'll catch that. I think yours is next week.
No, week after.
Is the week after? I think we'll be on the Let's Play next week. So, guys, we just want to say thank you very much for tuning in on the first Elite Dangerous Let's Play live stream. As we said, we do these every Monday at 12 UTC until the times change because it'll be the new.
Yeah, because
it happens. And then we also do a Thursday live stream every 7 p.m. UTC on the Thursdays. And they've varied. They've been featured commanders. We've had discovery scanners. With full throttle was one of the newer ones we had in. We've had so many different streams, and we're going to keep coming this year. And we just thank you for tuning in. Look forward to the rest of the year, and know that the January update is still on its way. We will be announcing when it comes out soon with all the information for you. We just want to let you know that whenever we have any information on what's coming on this year, and it is really exciting information, we will be providing it to you on our social platforms. So that's our forums, social media. We will make sure that you have all this information as soon as you can. Please know that we are listening to you, and we are going to give you as much information as we can when we can, and know that we're trying to do this the best way possible for you and our future and your future in Elite Dangerous. That's what we said then.
Very much so. Very well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for
joining us. I've been practicing that in the shower.
Very good times.
Yeah, so anyway, guys, see you out in the black and have a good 2020.
See you soon.